Michigan River, fishing hotspot. 5 fishermen with tackle boxes full of expensive bait. One guy with a tackle box worth about $300, scented lures, special liquids, all sealed, green label, and he caught 3 fish in 4 hours. Next to him, an old river dweller with a supermarket powdered milk can, a cheap white loaf of bread, and a $0.50 hook, and he caught 19 fish in the same time. His friend, with a $2 powdered milk can, caught 27 fish. None of them used store-bought products, no $20 spray, and the fish fell like crazy. If you want to fish like this, with bait that anyone has at home, comment below what city you're watching from. I want to know if you're from Texas, Michigan, Florida, or another state. 2 guys with $80 of equipment and a $2 tub of powdered milk. One caught 3 fish, the other 27. And what separates them isn't luck. It's not good luck. It's not a lucky day. It's a trick the industry tries to hide because selling is much easier with $20 bait than with a $2 tub of powdered milk. He didn't assemble a professional kit. He didn't get the premium package. He simply took a cheap white loaf of bread, a can of powdered milk, made a cloud of water, and started fishing like a machine. He took a $2 bottle out of his pocket, put it on the bread, mashed it, wet it, threw it in the water, and in 30 seconds the fish started appearing. Before I show you how to do it like him, answer quickly. What city are you from now? Texas, Florida, Michigan, Ohio, California, or anywhere else? This is your real spot, and this will work the same in any river, lake, or canal there. And what's most concerning about this story is that it's not magic. It's not exclusive magic bait. It's simple chemistry, something the supermarket already sells you, and the fishing industry doesn't want you to understand. The market for liquid, powder, spray, and paste bait moves millions of dollars a year, and every time you see a $15 or $3 or $20 jar of liquid, did you know that inside there's milk essence, sugar, and cheap protein that you can buy at any supermarket for $2? If everyone knew they could make the same cloud with powdered milk and bread, that shelf of specialized bait would be overflowing. They don't sell the $2 jar, they sell the $20 label. And the good thing is, you don't even need to be a scientist for this. You just need to understand that what makes the fish leave the water isn't the price of the bottle, it's what that bottle is spreading in the water. The white cloud that descends, the sweet smell, the feeling of easy food. And what that cloud represents is exactly what makes the fish come. And it's not the marketing wolves who decide that. But the secret isn't just throwing powdered milk anywhere. There's a chemical reaction between the bread, the powdered milk, and the water that creates a signal that the fish recognize from afar. And I'm going to show you how it works. This milk powder and bread cloud trick is just one piece of a much larger game that old American fishermen know. Reading the current, knowing where the fish go up and where they go down, understanding how scent travels in cold winter water or warm summer water. I took all this information that the industry has buried, from glaciers to the south, and put it into a simple guide in high-level fishing, the water game. Stores will never sell a $2 product that you see every day at the supermarket, precisely because it doesn't generate profit. The link below has the complete guide, so you can fish more while spending less, and use this knowledge in any lake, river, or reservoir in the USA. Just download it. Before I show you the exact recipe, you need to understand why this works, because if you don't understand why, you'll just repeat the wrong method and get frustrated. The fish doesn't see the $2 jar, it doesn't see the price tag in your hand. The fish sees and feels the signal you send to the water. A fish's sense of smell is 1,000 times stronger than ours, and what they sense before seeing the hook is the trail of amino acids, sugar, lactose, and soluble protein. What the powdered milk releases into the water is exactly that. a mixture of sugar and light protein that dissolves quickly and creates a cloud that travels far. And in the fish's lateral line, that system of nerves along the body, every tremor, every movement, every scent bubble vibrates within them as if it were a warning signal. It's like being in the middle of a dark stadium and someone lights a distant candle. You can't even see it properly, but you smell the sweet scent coming. Except, in the case of the fish, the smell is a chemical signature of easy food. When the mashed bread mixed with powdered milk touches the water, some of the bread begins to break down, and the powdered milk releases a cloud of sugar and protein, and the fish doesn't think. It simply attacks by instinct. But there's one detail that most fishermen ignore, and it's precisely this detail that separates those who fill their buckets from those who return empty-handed. It's not just about throwing bread and powdered milk into the water and praying. It's about where you throw it, how you knead it, how much you use, and what you do after the bread goes into the water. And what's even crazier is that this same result is repeated in different places. In a lake in Michigan, in a river in Texas, in a reservoir in Florida. The fish react to the chemistry, not to its condition. Enough mystery. The secret is exactly what you saw at the supermarket and never imagined using for fishing. Regular powdered milk plus white bread. It sounds crazy, but when you see the result, the science comes full circle. You will need 1 inexpensive white bread roll, like regular white sandwich bread. 1 jar of powdered milk for $2, 1 glass of water, 1 small container or plastic bag for mixing. 1 tablespoon of wheat flour, optional, just to make the bread firmer. All of this costs less than $5, lasts for dozens of fishing trips, and you can use it on any reel, any rod, any lake. The bait spray that costs $15 lasts for 3 fishing trips. You pay $45 a year using only that. With this recipe, you can make a cloud of powdered milk and bread with what you already have at home and still have money left over for gas, a boat, and anything else. Step 1. Cut a piece of white bread, about the size of 2 10,000-pound bait beads. Lightly crumble it with your hand, without making it hard. It doesn't need to be perfect, but the bread should be soft enough to hold the cloud. Step 2. Take a tablespoon of powdered milk, the same one you put in a glass of milk, and spread it on top of the bread. This preparation here is just one of those in the complete guide. There are more variations of powdered milk cloud, rye bread, and even toasted bread, all adapted for different species. Step 3. Sprinkle a little water on top, just enough to moisten, but firm the bread. Knead slowly, mixing in the powdered milk until it forms a soft, paste-like dough that sticks to the hook but doesn't fall apart in your hand. Step 4. If desired, mix in 1 tablespoon of wheat flour. This will make the bread a little firmer and help the cloud last a little longer in the water without dissolving too quickly. After that, let it rest for about 10 minutes, enough for the dough to relax and the powdered milk to slowly release the cloud. If there's any left over, you can store it in a sealed container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, or freeze it in a plastic bag and let it thaw naturally when you're ready to fish. The important thing is to never forget. The secret is not to overmix, not to let the bread get hard, not to let the powdered milk become invisible, and not to let the bread detach from the water too quickly. So, after you make this cloud at home, comes the part where most people get it wrong when throwing it into the water. It's not just tying it to the hook and casting it anywhere. You have to look for structures, near rocks, fallen trees, bridges, deep banks. Fish don't swim in the middle of the lake for fun. They stay near hiding places, near places where the water is more turbulent, where the food arrives first. The best time to use this cloud of powdered milk and bread is at dawn and dusk, when the fish are most active. But the smell of the cloud also works on rainy days, and in cold water if you adjust the size of the bread. And the biggest mistake that ruins everything? It's the fisherman who keeps fidgeting with the line, jigging non-stop, shaking the bread all the time. The secret is to keep the bread stable, let the cloud settle on its own, create a fixed scent point in the water. When you keep moving it, you kill the olfactory trail, spread the scent haphazardly, and the fish get confused. The fish will come, smell the signal, but won't find the clear origin, and will swim away. And do you know the second fatal mistake? It's the fisherman who applies sunscreen, moisturizer, hand cream, and then picks up the bread with his hands still greasy. The synthetic smell of sunscreen, alcohol, and perfume mixes with the sweet smell of the powdered milk and bread, and this masks the natural signal. The fish smells the wrong, strange smell and disappears. If you want the bread to work, wash your hands beforehand, or use paper towels to handle the bread, without leaving anything with a strong smell stuck to your skin. Now, imagine your next fishing trip on any lake in the USA. While others spend $20 on a jar of liquid bait, you use powdered milk and bread that cost $2. In 20 minutes, you've already formed the cloud, created the scent point, and the fish start to arrive. Your friend will ask you what magic bait you're using, and you'll have two options: tell them or keep it a secret. Click now, secure your access to high-level fishing, the water game, and let these strategies start transforming your next fishing trips. The link is in the first pinned comment. When you return from the water applying what you've learned, come back here and comment, "I caught more." That will be your commitment to your evolution in fishing. And perhaps it's exactly the step that separates the stories you hear from the stories you'll start telling. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.